What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's a great day here on campus. I got with me two amazing people. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Eric Trowell Lee. I am the GMU Smash Manager for GMU Esports.
Hi, I'm Emilia. I am the chess club president, and I'm also involved in the collaboration between GameMason and esports.
I'm very happy to have. I'm very, I'm very happy to have you guys on the show today. Obviously, as you can imagine, this will be a game. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
All right,
hear
cool,
you.
cool. I have bad hearing, so yeah, this is gonna be like a GameMason preview. Talking about your guys' games, your community, yourselves as a person, your experience, all the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be a great conversation. I didn't even say it. I'm Grayson Driverwood. Completely forgot to introduce myself, but that's okay. It's right up there. Let's just get right into it. So, I'll think of a number 1 through 10. You guys both have to guess. All right, and whoever's closest will start off. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good.
All right, I need to think of the number. All right, Eric, you want to start?
Let's give it an 8.
All right,
I was
Amelia.
gonna say 5.
5 was on the money. So yeah, legitimately, I was thinking about
I
5.
never do that.
Really? Yeah, congratulations. Today's your day. You know,
Let's go.
go buy a scratcher or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to the gambling conversation.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it all comes full circle.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me, starting off with you, Amelia. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the game that you play or manage, rather.
Yeah, sure. I'm a senior at George Mason, and I guess like if we're talking about like my experience in chess, I learned when I was very little, maybe around 6, 7. I would, basically play against my grandpa, who I still cannot beat to this day.
Really?
Yeah, he's very good.
Is he like? Does he have like elo or is he ranked or anything, or he's been playing the game like his entire life and he's just really good?
Dude, he is.
He's an actual savant at chess.
I like to think so because I still can't beat him, and that's oh my gosh. All I could do is like maybe draw, but I end up inevitably making one little mistake, and then he sees it, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, fine.
It just snowballs from there. You accept your defeat,
Yeah,
right?
I mean it's really great that like at least I have like one like family member who's
Yeah.
he's pretty strong actually. I'm so I always would look up to him for
Yeah.
that, and that's why actually I was like, oh, maybe chess isn't for me then. Obviously, such a quitter
Yeah,
mentality.
yeah, it discourages you so much. It's like, why am I even going to bother with it, right?
Yeah. So that stayed about that way for like I would say maybe 13 years.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe 12 years. Yeah. So I had to take a little bit of a hiatus from that.
Yeah,
Finally, COVID hit, and here I am 1 year into the pandemic. I have nothing to do. I mean, first of all, like besides maybe school and like maybe text my friends because COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I gonna? I'm so bored. Like I was so bored.
Yeah, just absolutely
So bored.
racking your brain for anything to do to pass the time, right?
Yeah, and
yeah,
you
been
know,
there, done that.
yeah, exactly. And you know what? Boredom is good because it was either I actually didn't have TikTok at the time, and I
Yeah.
still don't because, well,
As
for
one
what I'm
does.
about to say.
Okay.
But like I like had nothing to fill that with like just like I don't know. I guess I wasn't really online much, but
Mhm.
basically I was like, okay, you know what? I need a new hobby. I would like draw a lot. I don't know, like do like other creative things. I was like, I just need something more strategic,
Yeah.
And so lo and behold, I finally like, I think I created like a chess.com account, which is weird because I feel like I would have done that a lot earlier. But I created a chess.com account and I started playing. I was so bad. I was super bad, actually. It was kind of embarrassing. I still have my really bad days. It's super, I mean, oh my God, it's like, today I kind of just more like play like at night, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's really funny because I keep making mistakes, and I just like keep chuckling to myself in like a melatonin like coma. So it's pretty
Hard,
great.
just barely away to your PC, right?
Yeah.
So chess filled that void during the pandemic for you, and it's been,
Exactly.
riding off into the sunset ever since,
Yeah,
right?
and then I was really desperate for chess friends, so I kind of scoured the campus for about like a year, found
Yeah,
chess club,
yeah.
and was too shy to join it for a year. And then I joined it, and here we are. So
We're happy to have you, obviously, in the position you're in. We'll delve a little bit into your roles, your experience, the background of that. But for the time being, let's change the pace a little bit. Eric, let's hear your origin story. Walk me through. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your game. and your experience with the game.
So I started playing in middle school because I wanted to impress a girl.
Wow, that is
not
absolutely
a
a crazy
great
origin story.
Not a great idea.
And you chose Smash for that.
Yeah, because they really like Smash. And I was like, I can
Okay.
get good at this eventually.
Okay.
But I was in Smash 4. I played Roy at the time. Probably like a bottom 10 character at that game.
Sounds
Not
about
a
right.
good time. That was through middle school. Then high school started.
Ultimate came out somewhere in there.
It came out my sophomore year of high
Okay.
school. So my sophomore year of high school, Ultimate drops, and I started off as like a Daisy player, Daisy Roy player, and Roy
Oh my
went
God.
from like low tier to high, like top tier at this game.
Yeah.
Did that for a while. It was really bad in my high school club. Like those guys like beat me every single time, and I ranked from I think it was like probably like bottom 5 at my high school club.
Holy shit.
Out of like we had a lot of people, like 40, 50 people.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
surprisingly a lot of people. Like that's like my precursor to GMU Smash actually, because a lot of those guys went to GMU Smash
Okay,
afterwards.
so you had those like that connections, that networking there, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then quarantine hit.
yeah.
And my
Screwed everything up.
my junior year screwed everything up. I did not play online because if I played Smash online, I'm gonna say some things that are gonna get me.
Yeah,
trouble, so-
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
if I played Smash online, I'd not be very happy with
the
myself.
stream would get taken down most likely.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So I
know what you
played
mean.
literally. I was in the training room for like a whole like year or two straight through my like second half of junior year, and then all of senior year just like in the lab just doing like combos with Ken,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I found a really cool Ken combo from the first Ken player in this region actually. Like
Who
the
is?
first, his name was G Shimmy.
Okay.
Very great Ken player, and I still cannot replicate half the things that he does.
Wow.
So I found his combo video, switched to Ken, and then I graduated from high school.
Yep.
Started going to Mason, but didn't go to any Mason tournaments at all my first month of Mason because I was like, I'm going to George Mason. I kind of don't care. I'm trying to just get my degree and leave as fast as possible.
As many people do.
And then one of my buddies, Miran, who used to go to BMS all the time, was like, "Hey, Eric, you have to go to one of these tournaments eventually, dude. Like these tournaments are dummy. They're good. They make you so much better." And I said, "Fine." And so I pulled up to a Bring More Setups tournament that was hosted at the Cave at the time.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I proceeded to go 4-2, getting 17th out of like 97 or whatever, or a lot of people. So like that was the first time I ever performed like in person, like offline post like high school.
yeah.
And from there, I progressively just got better and better within the last 3-4 years. Starting off with Ken, just doing like really bad options with Ken, to eventually being ranked in the region now, along with my other players like Ripcord,
Yeah.
Alternate, Smub. And I could probably say as of now, I am the 4th best player at GMU.
Wow.
So
That's a glow from being bottom in your high school club. Now you're owning GMU.
Because it goes like me, Alternus, Ripcord, and then Smub. And now I run GMU Smash.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, like I said, that's a crazy glow up. I'm happy for you, man. You know, you're putting your name on the map. You're putting GMU on the map, right? That's all that matters. But that's a great transition. And so we started with you. So you'll keep the baton for now, Mr. Eric. But tell me about you. Obviously, you ended up in GMU Esports, but what's your experience been like? Not only as a player, as a part of the community, but now as a leader, right? What's your experience with GMU Esports been like in that regard?
It's very interesting. It's a lot of busy work, but also a lot of like just interacting with people all the time, which I really don't mind. I love talking to the people.
Mhm.
My personal favorite experience so far is the first week of the first BMS back from the summer, where we like start introducing ourselves and just seeing all these new faces and new players, like anxious, like, oh man, I can't believe I'm actually here for the first time
Yeah.
ever. And they come here and they're with like big wide smiles. I'm like, that was me 2-3 years ago, and it's so nice just seeing the cycle continue, like passing the baton. And now it's my turn to make like new players smile and just like make them feel welcome through like events that I host, events that like we get invited to, which I'm like, hey, we can go with this with our players and like represent ourselves pretty well.
Yeah, and it's, at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's a community. We have an amazing community as a result, and the people who. I don't want to grandstand GMU Esports too much, but like we're doing this for the people, right? We're giving people, exactly like you said, a reason to smile, a reason to have fun, a reason to be part of the community. And as far as I'm concerned, you're doing a great job with that. Not trying to glaze you D1 style, but like I'm just letting you know, you have the right mindset to be grow your community and be a leader, right? So I'm just happy to hear that. The baton is now over to you, Emilia. obviously, you said you were stalking the club, as one could say, stalking the club for about a year, and then you were like, I'm gonna grow up here. I'm gonna just go up and get in.
Yeah.
And so, work me through that. What changed? How did you end up as manager? And what have you been doing since?
Yeah, let me tell you. So I kind of started off like I actually found the Discord for the chess club, which was funny because it was brand new. I was there like it was like late 2021. I saw it. I joined it. Never did anything because I was just a little nervous, really. And so I actually did attempt to go up to the chess club and be like, I want to play. Never worked out. It just like it. I was maybe like 10 feet away from almost like actually going, but
just couldn't get over that hump,
I
right?
couldn't. Yeah, and I think it's just because it's really intimidating to see an entire, a humongous table, full of just people playing chess, and also just side note, there were no girls actually, which makes sense because it is a male dominated sport.
Yeah.
But that was like another thing that was like, it was kind of adding to that intimidation. I don't know.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm almost imagining you're feeling like you'd stick out a little bit, like you'd sort of.
For sure.
Yeah, odd one out. I can get that.
Yeah. So as someone who was like really already nervous about it, I was like, that's just like one piece of hay on the, what is it, camel, whatever.
Oh yeah, the needle. The needle part of the camel's back or something, right?
Oops. Yeah.
I know. Hey, it's okay.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. I get the sentiment.
Yeah. Exactly. So I eventually convinced one of my friends to just go with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was so nice of her to do that because she like didn't necessarily care too much for chess. So we went together and we sat at the table and we had so much fun. I know I said that twice, but like we really did have so much fun, and that's when I started meeting all of these other people. And literally on that first day is where I met like my friends ever since.
Okay.
And the really nice thing about chess club is that is where I found my people, I guess, like people who I can talk to and just have like a great time and laugh. That's our favorite thing to do most of the time. And then all the other that's laugh is most of the time, and then the rest of the time is chess. So it's like
it's a nice balance.
Exactly,
right?
It's perfect, and it's just a really good time,
Perfect. At the end of the day, like I was lazing Eric with, it's a community. It's all about the people. It's all about the people that make it up.
Yeah, and I actually, I loved it so much that I was like, I need to, and I saw the members or the officers on the chess club board. They were so dedicated to what they do. I was really, really impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, like every president I have either worked with or was like a member and then they were president of were really, really hardworking. And I was like, I want to, put that much effort into this club because I love it so much. So I ended up, working my way into the board.
Rising through the ranks.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So I started as treasurer from, I think, 23 to 24, so fall 23, spring 24, and that is where I obviously treasure stuff, but also a lot of other things too. Was not required of me, I just did it. For example, I opened up the GMU Chess Club Instagram.
Okay.
And because we didn't really have that much of an online presence.
Hard to discover you guys, right?
For sure, yeah. Some people are like, where is it? Like, how do we get a hold of you? How do we find your Discord? And I know that a lot of people, have social media or use social media as like a way to find out more about like school stuff going on. So I was like, let's open that up. And, after that, I was like, kind of last second was like, okay, treasure. That's it. The new election was coming up from 23 to 24, and I was like, I'm not running. I am not running. And then I ended up running. and literally last second. I was
Just a flip of the switch.
yeah,
right?
I was like, you know what? Why not? What am I losing here?
Yeah. What's the worst that happens, right?
What really? Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I think I could do it. Although, you know, it was kind of hard to live up to the standards that I saw.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, you know, it was a pretty heavy task to fulfill if I did get it. But get it, I did. And you know, here we are. And I have like, I guess I like to be ambitious with goals. So I'm trying to like put those goals into fruition.
Actually, you can say that you want to do stuff, but actually doing the stuff is what it matters, right?
Yeah.
Actually
and
having some impact.
exactly, and that's how you know keep a club and like engaged, interested, entertained, you know, and because like the club deserves it. I just love the club so much. They, you know, and if I can do something to maybe help out with maybe new opportunities, like that's great, you know.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, passion for what you have is what matters, and that's what really gets results, right?
Yep.
Now, Eric, I wanted to touch a little bit on your rise to power, if we will. I know that you mentioned you were a student and then you became the leader now. But what was, you know, she went into detail about her thought process and how she came to be the manager. What was your transition? What was your growth into the leader position like for you?
So I started off as a player for GMU Smash. I was the first semester I tried out. I did not make the team, so that was when I was still like rising up and whatnot, and still getting like notable wins in the region.
Yeah.
But after that semester, I just started grinding harder and harder. Got more recognized within the community. Like kept going to BMS every week.
Yep.
And I played for the team for about I want to say 3 semesters at this point.
Wow.
From the beginning, and then for like last year for fall and spring, where we went to like stick drift down in Virginia Beach.
Yep. I remember that.
We did GameMason for the last 2 years as well. So that was like I was involved with that with those last 2 teams for GameMason.
You guys have been to like probably most lands out of any like competitive team that we have.
Really?
Okay, I'm not saying that as a fact, but it just seems like it. You know, like sure maybe Rocket League, like you know they go to
Yeah, I feel like we like Rocket
year.
League that we definitely go to more lands than us.
But solid second place then, right? So I mean, you guys are all all out there just doing stuff, having great times at lanes. I'm pretty jealous, but that's just me, right? So I didn't mean to interrupt your flow. I just wanted to interject, right?
Gotcha.
What's so you've been a student, or are you the longest tenured? So actually, let me back up a little bit. Are you still playing for the team, or since you're manager, you can't play?
I cannot play for the team this semester, unfortunately.
Okay, so when you were on the team, you said 3 semesters. Were you like the longest like tenured player on the team, like with the most like experience?
Or no, so now I'm on like the starting to gain onto the older side of like being in GMU Smash. But at the time, I was still like one of the newer folks.
Okay.
And it still feels weird thinking like, oh, I've been here for 3-4 years now. That's actually crazy.
Time flies. Yeah.
I went from being unknown to I am now the face of GMU Smash all of a sudden. But going from that, during when they were doing manager position like applications, I like on a random night, I was like, appears not a lot of people because they kept like pinging us. They're like, hey, we need applicants for GMU Smash Manager. And after the first one, I was like, okay, someone's gonna do it. After the 5th, I was like, okay, I guess
they did it 5 times.
Or it was like 3 or 5 times.
Still,
I was like,
that's
oh, I guess
crazy
they need applicants. I was like, you know what? I'll throw my hat in the ring, see how things go. And fun fact, I almost completely forgot about my interview date because Kara, shout outs to Kara, she pinged me and she said, we're ready for you, Eric. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I remember. I have to do that, right?
Like I was about to like settle down for Minecraft. I jump out of my seat, like I comb my hair, I get like ready, I get into like my fancy like interview clothes.
Oh wow, you're going hard.
I go into my brother's room, like, Brian, I need your like webcam right now. He's like, what for? I'm like, don't even ask me, just give me the webcam. I turn on my webcam, I get into the Discord call, I'm like, hello everybody, it's nice to meet you.
Calm, collected. Some might even say demure nowadays. I'm sorry for that. That's
very demure.
I was ready. And I did the interview, and a couple weeks later they announced that I got it, and I was like, oh wow, here we go.
Did he get a message saying like, hey, you want to be manager, or did they just drop the announcement and, oh shit, I'm manager now?
No, like they just like so I was at a tournament when they offered me the position.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm not exactly sure if I could say this, but actually, no, I think I can now that
Yeah.
I'm in the manager.
Drop the D.
So I was at a tournament called the Ladder in McLean.
Was this personal or was this with GMU Esports?
Personal tournaments.
Okay.
So it was a tournament in McLean, and I was in grand finals winner side. And I was in the middle of reverse 3-0ing, like, probably a top 5 player in this region.
Yeah.
Really good player named Deli Boyd. And as game 5 was about to start, I get a message from Chris saying, "We would like to offer you the position of GMU Smash Manager." And I was like, holy shit, I might have just gotten the job.
Yeah.
So I then proceed to win the tournament. I'm up like $150. I'm getting the job. I'm like, wow, this is an awesome day. What an awesome start of the summer.
That sticks in your mind right there, right? That's awesome, man.
And during the summer, like we started doing a lot of plan for GameMason and all that.
Yeah. Well, we will get there. Don't worry.
Sure.
We got a few more business work to get through, right? Okay, we're gonna roll over to you again, Emilia. Talk to me a little bit about you sort of touched on it earlier, but maybe go a little bit more in depth to it, right? But what are you most proud of about your community? So you mentioned like the laughter, the community, the vibes and stuff. But is there like any like specific, maybe for Smash it would be like their weekly events that they're the most proud of, or maybe a really standout member. Like, what's the most proud thing from your community?
What I have noticed is that, and what I appreciate from our members is they are so happy to sit down for 3 hours and help, guide someone who might be more of like a beginner in chess through the game,
Yeah, it's not like an elitist club. It's like, hey, you like chess, play the game. It doesn't matter how good you are, right?
Exactly. We have a lot of really talented chess club members, and they take, a lot of time and use that time to help,
bring up the other, like share their skills with other players, right?
Yeah, it's really supportive in that way, and I'm so happy to see it. I see it all the time. And in fact, that was something that I was able to benefit from at the very beginning, because again, I wasn't that good, and how else was I going to get good if there was no one else willing to put in some kind of time, and it is such a gift from them to be able to just, they probably wouldn't remember it, like maybe 5 months, 5 years, whatever, but the person who is learning will be able to keep that.
Yeah, it'll definitely stick with them.
Which is so great. Exactly.
Now, I mean, that is like one of the, honestly, I'm unbiased, but like that's one of the finest qualities a community can have. So I can definitely really be proud about that. Like, if not to grandstand for Counter-Strike, because that I am a little bit biased for, right? Counter-Strike's the best game of all time, but that's a different story. Like, you show up to a 10-man, a game or something, right? And this guy is just absolutely, crosshairs in the sky, his movement's awful. And it's like, hey, maybe don't do that, right? Maybe try this, right? And he picks it up, and then you see that change in real time. Yeah. And it's like, I completely agree. It's one of those rewarding things out there.
Yeah, and just, general camaraderie, which is really great to see. People are just having a good time, and it is, I mean, it's such a great, like, environment to be in. And yeah, like you said, beginners don't need to feel so intimidated.
Yeah, they don't need to stalk their club for a year,
No,
right?
please don't do that.
Yeah. Actually get involved if you have any interest,
just
right?
get involved. Like, you're just, what do you lose? What can you lose? Like, I mean, it's just a good time all around. And anyways, if you do lose, you're learning. So
win-win-win all around.
Win-wins.
You're doing a great job selling the chess club, by the way.
Good.
You're really pumping up, making it look great. Eric. All right, I had a question. Let me work on this for a little bit. So, what are you the most proud of your community?
So there's a handful of things I'm really proud of my community.
Okay, hit me with it.
So I'm very proud to say that we just probably just objectively host the biggest tournament in this region of like Maryland, Virginia.
Really?
every Friday. Like we host up to, on average, at least 60 plus people every Friday. Like it's actually insane that we get that many people.
And it's consistent too.
It's
not
consistent.
like,
It's pretty consistent. I think the lowest I've seen BMS ever be, it was like 62
Wow.
for Ultimate. Only,
Now,
by way.
what's the record for a single BMS?
I don't know. I want to say something like because we cap at 96, but previously we didn't cap. So I want to say somewhere in the hundreds. Because the first week of BMS here, we had 121 people in total sign up for all 3 games in total. But for Ultimate, it was 96. But I'm not like those are from times before my time.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure what the largest amount of Ultimate attendees is. But in general, we like first week we always tend to crack above 100 every time.
I believe it.
I'm proud that. I'm very proud that we just have new faces every semester and new faces every week saying, hey, you know, what is this? And we give them like the ordeal, like, hey, this is bring more setups. We open up 4 every Friday for open play. We'd love to have you every week. And we just continuously advertise it and just more and more people flow in. And when people like go to GMU, they're like, oh, they got the biggest tournament here. Bring more setups.
Yeah.
And I'm the 2 other parts I'm proud of. I'm proud that we just produce very strong players consistently. Like we had our upcoming freshman from last year, Ripcord.
Yeah.
Very lovable guy. Ridiculously like strong. He is such a strong player.
Yeah.
And like he revived like one of the characters that like lacked representation in this region, Rob, and just makes that character play. He just plays it so well, and he's ranked with me now.
Really?
So
okay.
like, and then like I produce players like me, Smub, a lot of alumni like the twins who just like they graduated from Mason years ago. They've gone with their lives, but like they still like when we talk to them, like yeah, we went to BMS when BMS was in Merton Hall of all places.
Oh my God!
When they would like go to the place that wasn't rented yet, so they would just like take that space for free. We have players from all over. We had recently this week one of our old alumni, the Law, a Pikachu player. Who
I think I heard of him. Like,
he's gone.
vaguely, yeah.
He's gone from like New Hampshire, Wisconsin. He's from all over the country now at this point. But he still came back. He was like, "It's been forever since I've been here, and it still feels about the same to me." That like homely feeling that like you have a place to be here every Friday. Like, hey, welcome to Bring More Setups. Welcome home.
Yeah, damn, you hit the nail on the head with that one. That was good. You really see. I might just show up to BMS now. That's. I mean, you guys are great salesmen. I'll tell you that. You really. Now I want to play chess. Now I want to play Smash. Right. No, I'm legitimately a little bit envious because, like, when Counter-Strike played on Fridays, right? And you were well aware, we'd just be in another room doing our own thing, yelling and shit. You guys would probably get a little bit mad, right? But, like, every time I went and, like, walked to get water or went to another room and I'd go buy the BMS setup, it's like, damn, like, this, exactly like you said, like, this is home. Like, this is community. Like, nothing will beat the absolute, like grassroots sort of vibe that it has, and I'm incredibly happy for you guys. And it's also, I'm just gonna tag on a little bit. It's worth mentioning, like, you make a great point that you produce some strong players because you have such a consistent field of players. You have such a when you sharpen stones, that's not the saying. You know what I mean? Like rock sharpens rock. It's just like it's very
it's like metal on metal.
Yeah, metal on metal. Thank you. I'm having an absolute brain fart right now. There's a thought in here, I promise. All right. But no, that's great. I can. Is there anything else that you're proud of for your community? Be real. You were cooking with that one. I'm hoping you're still cooking.
No. That's honestly
that's a good thing. That's a really important thing to be proud of.
Yeah. No.
We produce strong players, even if they're not from our school. Like we have.
Because it's not exclusive, is it?
It's not exclusive to our school. We have people from like DC who come here every week. Like we have a Kirby player named Festive. That guy, like a semester ago, was doing not the best, and now he's like beating me.
Yeah.
Ripcord, a bunch of other people, like semi-consistently. Like that guy definitely got significantly better, and I would like to credit BMS for that, even though he's gone to other tournaments as well. But like,
it's certainly a part.
It's a
right?
great training ground for new people who just want to like get better or just have play casually.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're having a good time one way or another, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. I might actually go to a BMS now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You gotta do Friday tournaments. You gotta do your Friday competitions in the other room, though.
Well, I have an analyst now for my team, so I don't really have to like show up. I could, if they see me in the room next to where they are playing their game, my team might get a little bit upset. but then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's roll along a little bit. So why we're here, the GameMason preview experience. You guys want to walk me through what's in store for your game for GameMason? What tournaments, what things do you have going on? I'm legitimately in the dark, so please tell me anything. Tell me everything. We'll start with you, Emilia.
Sure. Yeah. So we are basically looking at around a 32 player tournament, and it's gonna be between two to four schools.
Okay.
Besides GMU, and essentially we were first like, oh, maybe we should do teams. So, but then we kind of pivoted and we're like, you know what? It's just an individuals tournament, like 1v1, and then like have some sort of bracket for that.
Yeah.
Would probably work a bit better. And yeah, so that's basically like the event at its core.
Okay.
We've also got chess.com involved, which is awesome. They've helped us out with merch. They're going to help us out with streaming. We've got a DGT board. Thanks to the student funding board.
Yep.
We got a DGT board, and for those who don't know what a DGT board is, it's basically a very special chessboard that can track the moves that you make. So you can basically live stream the game that's being played on the board, and that's really great because we're gonna have we can highlight the like for example strong players like playing against each other, and be able to stream that as well. So that's something that I'm actually really excited about. I've never
For good reason.
Yeah, I've never used a DGT board before, or like really like seen it in action, at least in like a school, like collegiate tournament. I know it's definitely been done, but
It's not something to see every day, right?
Yeah, especially I mean here we never had a DGT board before. So it's really great that we get to play around with it and just like have so much fun and play our games on this so that a lot of other people can potentially watch. And yeah, I mean chess.com also gave us like extra boards because we were missing like four.
I was about to say that is a big sponsor to have, or maybe not sponsor, but like a big affiliation to have.
I know,
right?
It's great, isn't it? Because for example, I started off at chess.com, and that's it's like one of the first things that pop up when you type in chess and you want to play.
It's probably the first, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really great that they're going to help us out in that regard, and it's just a really good time. We also got merch from them, so I'm excited about that too. They were really nice. They gave us a package not only for the Get Connected Fair, but also like GameMason, which is so great. And I'm totally blanking on like the other things that they are so helpful with.
So far, it's just been a laundry list of everything that they're like making better.
Yeah, I mean, they really are a big help. And they also, and actually, they were the ones who helped me, find the DGT board, like place to like where to get them. So like honestly, they've helped so much. So I know I'm like missing things at the moment, but basically, I'm really looking forward to like such a tournament like this one. It's my first time actually helping plan one, which is great. I'm really learning a lot, and hopefully maybe coming back to GameMason in the future.
Yeah, it's the door's wide open, right? If you have such an upgrade in production quality, like you said, with the DGT board and the stream, and 32. What is 32?
32.
Yeah, 32 players. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like you guys are set up for the foundation is there for success, and it's all you can do is grow off that, right?
And then the other thing, and I mean, I'm so excited about the streaming part in general. Like that we've never, at Mason. I might be totally wrong on this, but the last time we had like a tournament at Mason, rated, unrated, whatever, I think was like in 2003. I think I heard
Oh
that
my
somewhere.
god.
I know. So I'm really not sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure if like I made that up or something, but in case it, like that's it's been a hot second.
It's not the first time we've spread misinformation on the podcast, so we're just roll with it.
You know what? My
2003
bad.
No.
My bad if it's wrong.
No, because I can't verify it. We'll go with it.
We'll go with it for now. But
First. Okay. No. Go ahead.
but
Go
like,
ahead.
isn't that like that's a long time?
Even if it isn't literally 2003, like I was expecting you to say 2016, 2017.
No, yeah, no, it's
like
it really is. It really has been a very long time. So this is why it's like a great way to get, like I mean, like our foot in the door, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, this was like one of a great opportunity that kind of just like fell into my lap, I guess. So
Hey, you're not going to complain, and now all you have to do, the ball is coming at you. You just have to hit a home run, right?
absolutely,
You guys are squared up perfectly for that.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, work me through your legendary, GameMason preparations and activities.
As GameMason has done for the last 2 years with Smash, we're hosting another crew battle tournament.
Okay.
So 4v4 style. That means in total you have 12 stocks, and we send in our first guy Ripcord versus say another player, right?
Yeah.
And Ripcord takes 3 of their stocks, but Ripcord loses one of his stocks. We go into the next game. Ripcord has to lose one of his stocks. He has 2 stocks
right off the
versus
bat, right?
the next person who's a fresh 3 stocks. We're hosting it with I believe 6 teams this time around.
You got a team list for me, or is that up in the air?
I'm not sure if I'm.
Oh, you're not allowed to
share
share that. Oh, confidential information.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to actually.
All right, you know what? Tell me off air, all right? That works for me. Okay, appreciate it.
But it's 6 different schools from around
Yeah.
the area.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do round robin style? Yeah, round robin style. 6 each team will have to fight 6 of the schools, and it's based on seeding, and then based off of how they performed in round robin, we're gonna.
It's a playoff bracket from there, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be
double or single.
Should be single, Elam.
Okay, wild cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you guys win last year?
We did win the last 2 years.
Okay, so you got to defend the home turf. 3 years in a row, 3 times the charm. Best of luck to y'all. All right, now what was the decision between doing? So obviously chess is 1v1. What was the decision between doing crew battles and say just send your best players and we'll just have a 1v1 bracket? Just because you've done crew battles in the past, why change it up, right?
Yes, that and also logistics with GameMason and the higher ups. Because when my first year here, we had a GameMason tournament, a GameMason 2022, which was a 1v1 tournament. Probably the best experience I've had in terms of Mason experiencing game esports related stuff. We had so many people go to that tournament. It was 97 or 100 something.
Okay.
And it was the best players from the entire region. We had, I believe, so this is when the region ranks were still combined and not separated by sub-region.
Okay.
So we had number 16. The twins were here, so those were respective 7 and 8. Alternus was here, who was I believe 9 at the ranked 9.
Some
Smub was
heavy
here,
hitters,
insanely heavy hitters,
yeah.
and old heavy hitters as well. We had the person I beat when I got with the job. That was his first ever tournament, offline tournament, and that guy ran through everybody. It was also the first time a lot of my friends and I personally met each other, and it was a great time. But we tried to replicate that 2 years ago as well, but the price was a little heftier compared to what it was the GameMason 2022, and logistic stuff and just some kind of rules or whatever just prevents us from doing a 1v1 tournament. I'll try my best to get it eventually if I can.
Yeah.
But as of now, we just do crew battles, and honestly, crew battles are a lot easier to run, and it's just it's more spirit packed if anything. So
Hey, dude. It happens. You get used to it.
And it's made more for the team itself.
Okay, sick. Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, you touched on it a little bit, the spirit and the passion. Sure, if I ran a bracket in Smash and I got first place, my teammate, they would be knocked out, right? But if you win as a team, you win as a crew. There's just something special about that. I can definitely relate because CS is a 5v5. I talked about CS a lot, by the way. Just wait until I actually talk about CS. So we got 2 amazing tournaments coming up for GameMason. 1v1 chess or crew battles for Smash. You said, are you allowed to tell me the schools that are coming for? You said you don't know some of them, right?
So I guess it's like you said, a little bit up in the air.
Yeah.
We've got one, but maybe I should just keep it a secret too.
Yeah, sure,
So
you
that
know,
we could,
You
be
guys just
surprised.
hate me. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I
Yeah,
get
no,
that a
but
lot.
like,
You guys will get to see that
Yeah.
next week.
yeah, exactly.
Very true. Stay patient.
But I mean, it's really fun to like reach out to these schools because most of them are in the area, and I mean I also like asked schools that were like not in the area, but oh my gosh,
What the hell? Are we allowed to do this? Oh my god! Here, all right.
got
I'll
distracted.
I'll hide these. I'll hide these from the stream, but one of these is yours. No, wait, no. This is yours. This is yours. And that one's yours. So if you guys want, a little intermission, but we got something to show you guys, I guess.
Yeah,
We're allowed to show this, right?
Yep.
Okay.
we are.
You ready?
All right, yeah, on a count of three.
Okay.
Yeah.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Bada bing, bada boom.
We got
Oh.
belts.
Yay!
Think of it like what's it called?
A wrestling
like,
belt,
wrestling
right?
belt.
Yeah, yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
belts.
Our own-
These are like wrestling belts.
That's the thing. I don't know if we mentioned that, but we're doing like a boxing match type theme.
Don't say chess boxing.
Chess boxing. Oh my god.
That would be
Yes.
so cool.
Imagine.
That's actually happened.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought it up.
that's
'Cause
why
I
you
just
got.
heard
Yeah,
about it.
exactly. Yeah. So,
Those look pretty clean. They have some nice heft to it too, right?
Let's
Like,
to it. You.
you could put it on. Oh my god, you can actually put it on.
Which school's
Oh,
gonna
it
win
is a
these?
belt, yeah.
What
It is a
school is
belt.
gonna win this?
That's
That's
one
what
does?
belts do.
that's being won by you guys. Are you entering in the 1v1 tournament at chess?
No,
Okay.
tentatively.
Okay. Tentatively, no. Okay. Well, if you that's your belt when you win. You run the bracket, right?
That would be that would be
A miracle run.
truly. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't nice. I actually didn't know that we had these. I didn't realize that all of our production budget went towards that. But awesome. Okay.
I'm so happy I could finally like see it in real life.
Now, did he know that was coming? Were you guys aware of this? It's just like a waiting
I
for it to
was-
show up.
So a couple of days ago, I was notified of the existence of these because we had to go pick them up personally off of like a one-on-one meeting I had with my boss.
Okay.
Before that, I had no idea these were coming in. I just thought, oh, we're gonna get the trophy like you did last year and some money on top of that, and that's about it. But I did not know this.
This is something
This
special.
is really nice to have.
It ain't even about the money at this point. If there is money on the line,
Can you hear this?
kind
I
of.
think they could have.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not no plastic. That's metal.
That's like
That's
the
high
real
quality.
Some real stuff right here.
deal.
We don't cheap out on the awards. We cheap out on everything else. But
It's so glorious. Look at that.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, I knew about the existence of these belts, like maybe for several days, but like several as in 4. So like, a little bit, but
Yeah.
but like it's so exciting. Look at that. It says chess.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just some generic trophy.
Yeah.
It's personalized. It's that
It-
specific tournament, that
it's-
specific game.
It's not a trophy. I think that's what's like kind of cool. It's
Yeah.
special,
No, I get that.
Exactly.
It's like no, what honestly, like a big ass. Nothing will top a big ass check winning. Personally, that's just me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's, every you see a trophy, it's like you're participating in like what, like little league sports. Here's a plastic guy on a stand. Who
Yeah,
cares, right?
exactly.
I need something unique. Our trophies last year for GameMason were really cool though.
I
Those
love
were
those.
awesome.
Yeah, those 3D printed
Yeah.
trophies were so nice.
Oh, that's
They were,
nice.
like,
We really
they-
don't miss with the trophies.
They were personalized. They were really
yeah,
nice. I was like,
because
dang.
Chris like put out like a picture of like the winners, right, on each trophy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
no, it
cool.
was legitimately cool.
They got
Wow.
that picture after I scammed somebody.
What is this a story you want to tell on air, Eric?
When I mean scam, I mean I won in a way that was funny.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I play Ken Ryu, obviously, and there's a special technique that's involved with my characters called Kara canceling. And so that means I do down smash, but I cancel my down smash into like a special move instantly.
Okay.
So I don't have to hit anybody. I just do it instantly. Like really, it's a 2-frame window. And I was sent in last against Shenandoah's last player, Kip, and a Pac-Man player.
Yeah.
And he was at like 120. He has last stock. I was up like 3 stocks. And this was to win GameMason.
Okay.
And I'm at roll distance. I start charging up down smash. My entire team starts yelling because they know what's coming next. And I cancel into a Tatsumaki, and it kills the Pac-Man. They start yelling at me. They start laughing and everything.
You really BM'd to win a tournament. Isn't that crazy?
I only BM when I'm like insanely up.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
I am
Can't
very
risk it.
I am very fearful of like I believe in karma.
No, that's
And when I do bad things happen back to me very fast, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
So
Better
I
not
have to
risk
be
it.
very sure that this is going to hit because if it doesn't hit, I am losing very fast.
Yeah, can easily just turn the tide of everything, right?
Mhm.
And then you'll be second place, and you'll be laying in bed at night thinking,
Yeah, thinking about why did I do
that, right?
Yeah.
Gambling.
And in that picture,
sorry, no, forgive me, I love gambling.
and in that picture, they're all laughing, like slapping my back, saying,
Yeah.
"Why'd you do that to the point?"
It could have been worse,
It
but
could have been
that is a hell of a story. Well, we got a little bit more time here, but let's I just got one more little, we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present, obviously, GameMason. Let's talk a little about English. Let's talk a little bit about the future, about what I know the other past, present, future, right? Pretty awesome, right? Eric, I'll start with you. You have currently the remnants of this semester, possibly even another semester, possibly even another semester after that. How do you want to impact your community for the better? And if you're here, how do you want to get it up here by the time you're done, by the time you hand the reins over to somebody else?
So by the time I hand the reins to the next manager, I want to have my community, at least the BMS community, more connected with each other. Even though it's called Bring More Setups and it is like connected under one banner, it still feels very like distant from each other. It's like we got the Rivals people there, the Ultimate people here, the Melee people there, and it's like the most you'll know is like the TOs of each of their game, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I guess they play the other game. I guess I would like to have more people play the other games, or at least acknowledge hey, nice to meet you. My name is blank and blank. Like more like friendly like banter between each other,
like,
and not just like isolationism.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like there's unspoken borders between like the Melee players. They don't talk to the 64 players, even though they are right next to each other.
Yeah, and it just like continues.
Oh no, wait, do you even have 64?
We don't have 64.
Okay, I thought
it's just like they don't like we don't. None of the games really speak to each other.
Yeah.
And I do most of the talking to the other games. Like, hey, how could I help you like improve the experience for like advertising and whatnot. And another goal is to have GMU Smash more connected with GMU Esports.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened with that. That was like way before my time.
That is
all I know is that it got passed down to Graham, and then that got passed down to me. And
so you're just dealing with the fallout.
I'm
still.
dealing with like I guess you could say the fallout. At this point, from what I've understood, it's like I understand that it's like at this point it's been so disconnected for so long that it's a little bit harder to try to reconnect. And having both communities be separate is honestly at this point a better deal.
Yeah.
Than say trying to reconnect them, because honestly that'd be a little bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
But I would like the GMU Smash folks to be more connected with the GMU Esports folks as a whole, because there's so many people that you could meet. There's so much more people that you could meet out there than just the GMU Smash folks.
100%.
And not to say the GMU Smash folks are bad. It's just there's so much more that you could have.
Yeah.
You are a fish in a small pond when the ocean is right there.
Yeah, the ocean of 4,000 Discord users.
Exactly.
For the entirety of GMU Esports. You never know who are you going to run into.
And we have 1,300 people, 1,300 people in our server.
Holy shit, really?
That's a third. That's a fourth.
Yeah.
Of GMU Esports, and that could be a huge. It's just a disturbingly huge community at that point.
Yeah, no, that would actually be absurd to think about. Wow. Okay, I mean, yeah. So. Oh, I thought he laughed at me. No, but it's like at the end of the day, why do we get out of bed? To get better, to improve our, the things that we care about, the things that we do for, right? And I commend your vision for that, right? Smash. I wasn't there when all of that happened. Not my cup of tea, right? But you clearly prioritize helping just the community overall. We are a great leader for what you want to implement, right? So you're a great leader for the community. What are you, Emilia? What are your long-term goals?
Yeah, I mean, again, I have a lot of ambition for, if I'm going to be a part of something, I'm not going to just sit there and kind of, do nothing. I would rather do something. I like to see, change, which is I think good, and sometimes change can also mean just more opportunities, and like we were saying, collaboration would be great.
Yeah.
We collaborated with esports, which is great. I don't think we've ever really done that in the past. I mean, besides with GMU Esports, I don't know if we did any collaborations with any other clubs. So I was thinking, it would be cool to collab with some other club and see what happens there. I also just want to, and actually one of the bullet points that I had when I was running for president
Yeah.
was I want to give as many opportunities as possible, and that also included career related opportunities. Like as in chess related.
Yeah.
That's like, that's kind of like such a dream to be able to work adjacent to a game that you're so passionate about. I know that there are a lot of internships out there actually. Well, not a lot, but like at least the ones that I know
There
of.
there are some
There
out
are,
there, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So like there, chess.com has like a like some sort of collaboration. I don't know if that's the right word. With Susquehanna, I think. Like they have internships, which is really great. Chess.com in general has just, job openings,
Yeah.
but of course, at least to bring awareness to that potential, job experience for our members is also really cool. Because who wouldn't want to, you know,
It's like the best of both worlds in a
yeah,
way, right?
exactly. Yeah. So that was like another thing. I wanted to make sure that people were being aware of those kinds of potential internships, jobs, etc. But I kind of have like this dream in the back of my head where and I just call it like my magnum opus, where uh you know I plan a USCF rated tournament for next semester. That would be super cool. That would be really cool.
I know what you mean. I can't. I don't know the specifics, right? But that's like the goal. That's the working towards, right?
Yeah.
That would honestly be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't again, if we did do like a tournament, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of like the thing that I have in the back of my mind. Maybe make our social media a little more out there, I guess. And yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at in terms of goals for the future, and just again keep that all the good stuff that chess club has to continue. If that makes sense.
You guys have a great foundation, right? And it's like there's so much more potential for growth, and you have a clear outline. Like you literally just like gave me a job interview, almost like like this is like like this is what I want to do, and it's like you have clear ways of going about how you want to improve it. I only hope the best for you guys, because honestly, I won't lie, I didn't know that we had a chess club until about 2 semesters ago.
Welcome.
So yeah, you happy to know about your guys' existence.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you guys are a pair of amazing managers, and obviously GameMason is in great hands with you guys. I won't be terribly involved. I'll be there Friday. Is any of either of your games going on Friday at all?
All day Friday. Yeah. Friday.
All right.
Both,
Hey,
yeah.
maybe I'll swing by. Maybe I'll say hi.
Let's go.
Yep, I know. In the flesh, right?
We'll be there both days.
I don't know about Saturday. No comment. We'll figure this out, and we'll figure this out later. All right. So yeah, GameMason coming up. You'll catch that September, not this weekend, next weekend,
Yeah.
right? Friday,
Coming
that's
up.
Saturday. We got it. Boom. Aiden, GOAT producer. September 20th and 21st, 2024. Friday the 20th from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and on Saturday 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And as they say, you can experience an event like no other at Mason. All right. Is that the shill part over? We have more quotes. And you guys want to add on to this at all? Anything we did not cover for GameMason? We got a lot. It's a lot. Okay, we only covered the Smash and the chess, right? But there's so much more to GameMason. This might be how many podcasts have we done this semester? This is the second, right? Well, it'll obviously be the second in a row we've shilled for GameMason. It's kind of my job at this point, right?
Yep.
But there's just so much to do. It's a convention. We got voice actors coming through. I'm legally required to tell you it's going to be an amazing time. We got Wes Anderson, the voice of the Capitals, and plenty of Bethesda games. I'm gonna have to.
Wes Anderson.
Wait, what? Wes
I was like,
Anderson? Wait,
really?
Wes
oh
Johnson.
my
Wes
God,
Johnson.
that's on me. That's a film producer. Sorry, I watched a Wes Anderson film recently. It's on the mind, right? Wes
Understandable.
Johnson.
Johnson. Oh my God, I have to talk to him. He's gonna hate me if he sees this. Wes Johnson, Mike Rawson, famous pirate guy, as you can see. Nathan Hahn. I don't want to be talking to him, but we got a lot of people coming by and giving their experience, their expert, their professional insight on while they were speaking, right? But other than that, it's going to be a great time. Swing by. Isn't it completely free this semester? Am I mistaken?
Free for students.
Free for students, that's what it is. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. With that being said, let's roll along a little bit. I think we have a little bit of esports news we want to cover, and then we'll get ourselves out of here because I'm slowly losing my mind. It's slowly being degraded, but we stay on as long as we can,
It's
right?
being like overwhelmed by Wes Anderson.
Yes, I'm thinking about the Great Budapest Hotel right now. I'm thinking about the French Dispatch. He's
Great movies.
I'm not a movie reviewer or podcaster, but real recognize real. Eric, what's your take? What's your take on Wes Anderson movies?
I don't think I've watched a Wes Anderson movie before. I'm not gonna.
Will you, Pinky, promise me that you'll go home tonight and torrent your favorite Wes Anderson movie called The Great Budapest Hotel?
Can you legally say that? On the
Hey.
street?
Hypothetically.
Yeah, in a perfect world where you accidentally came across a link that gave you a file for free, I'm not going to give you give you where you need to go, but that's a different. I'm actually going to get canceled at this point.
I'll watch it after some homework, of course.
All right, yeah, priorities, right? Get that homework done. I honestly couldn't relate.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, if I were you, get that homework done.
That's the life of a student manager.
No, it's
Not
so
even student.
it's so punishing, dude.
Wow.
I'll do anything. I'll do
Yeah.
anything besides a discussion board with 2 replies.
Oh my God.
It's
I'm glad that we can share the pain. Can you share the pain of a discussion?
I've known the great humbling known as discussion board plus 2 replies. It's so
Dude,
bad. I'd rather
it's
take
like-
tests and quizzes.
Yeah, I'd rather sit there and do an hour of just like multiple choice, just the entire time. Because discussion.
It's like type up nonsense,
Yeah.
reply to 2 nonsense, and then
I
it's
feel
that
like
was
you're
miserable.
giving off like deer in the headlights like vibes right now. Like, do you not know like?
Me? Well, I'm a biology major, so
Okay. All right. That makes
like-
a lot more sense.
not to say that I haven't done it. It's
It's-
just not typical.
Yeah, you're not doing it all the
You
time.
haven't done it.
No.
Yeah, you haven't done it like
I haven't done it
in
in
a
a
while.
second.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
goodness, was it that obvious? Oh my God.
Well, just
No,
a
it's just
teeny
like
bit,
it's just you saying like your biology mate's like, oh, you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm
you-
like in the lab, guys.
Yeah,
Like
you're actually applying work towards your degree.
I'm currently I'm looking at like fruit flies under a microscope and trying to keep them like still. It's crazy actually. That's what I'm doing.
You're trying to
anyways.
I did not have that on my bingo card for the podcast today. I'll be
Well,
honest.
today you learned.
Yeah, exactly. I just keep learning things. I learned about GAMEmason. I learned that fruit flies, you need to hold them down, apparently.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
I mean,
thought they just, stopped moving at
You
some
kind of
point.
just have to freeze them.
Really?
Yeah, like, you freeze bugs to make them like kind of calm or like sedated, basically.
Yeah.
So like when
Yeah.
you handle like hornets and wasps,
Yeah, you
that's
freeze
like
them.
you put them in like refrigerator to make them like sleep.
It's a really interesting time, for sure.
I believe you. I'm a little
It
bit
took
jealous
3
now.
hours. It took 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours of me sitting there, carefully counting, flies.
Wow. That's a hell of a way to spend your afternoon, I
It
guess.
really was, yeah.
With that being said, we're off the okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The bug conversation, right? Let's move on a little bit to some more relevant news in esports / pop culture world, and then we'll get ourselves out of here. First off, as everybody may have heard, legendary actor James Earl Jones, famously the voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars series, dies at 93. This happened only a matter of days ago. Rest in peace to a real one. Any thoughts, questions, concerns? Are you guys both big Star Wars fans?
Oh my goodness, he was amazing. I think that's already established, of course.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah, but I was afraid as a kid of Darth Vader. Watching it as maybe 8 years old, it was so real to me. I was like, oh my God. I think the voice really, it really, what an unforgettable voice.
No, that is completely iconic. What about you, Eric? What do you
Also,
think?
nothing that incriminates me, but I was
Oh,
really
boy.
sad
Here it
that
comes.
hearing about his voice acting. Actually, no, just hearing him dying.
Yeah, his passing.
His
Yeah.
passing. Just I was like, oh wow, that's another great person, great actor dying in 2024.
And he also voiced
He had a number of
Lion-
other.
in Lion King.
Yeah, what was it? Mufasa, right?
Mufasa, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wasn't he the last surviving member of the original Star Wars? Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe.
Mark Hamill, for sure.
Oh, that's on me.
Right?
I forgot. Yeah, Mark Hamill is definitely alive.
Please? Okay.
Sorry, guys. I like to give you heart attacks. Good
I
catch.
was like,
Good catch, by the way.
excuse
I just don't think about Mark Hamill that often. That's on me. But yeah, rest in peace to a real one. Obviously, his legacy will live on, and maybe I'll go home and watch Star Wars tonight. Who sees? Pay a little bit. Press F to pay respects, right?
Yeah.
Are we satisfied with this topic? All right. Feeling good. I know.
Look,
Take the 5 seconds.
there it
Yeah,
is.
there it goes.
Yeah, I didn't. I only obviously knew him from Star Wars, but when you die, you sort of have your obituary. You have all of your sort of accomplishments listed out. More so if you're popular, and I didn't realize how much this guy had done.
Yeah.
You're a career actor, voice actor, whatever. You're expected to have a lot, but like a lot of notable stuff under your belt.
What a legend.
Hey, sad to see him gone.
Yeah,
An honorary Academy Award too. You don't see that every day, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
His resume. Does he have? I bet he has a star on the Walk of Fame, right?
He probably does.
100%. But let's keep it rolling along. Rest in peace to him. We got drama from Sony. All right, I see you shaking your head. Hit me with it. What's the initial thought? I know you got an opinion on this.
PlayStation just loves to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, Sony is.
$700 no disc drive is insane, and yet it's still just selling out anyway. It's like, dude, these players are like, they're just not right in the head. They're like, oh, let's go buy this. Let's go buy this console real quick. No disc drive.
So can I take a wild guess? Are you an Xbox? No, you're obviously a Nintendo guy. But between
I'm not even a Nintendo guy like that.
you're just a Smash guy.
I'm just a Smash guy. I only bought my Switch for Smash, and it's just been a Smash machine for the last, how long has it been since sophomore year?
That was 2018,
10,
right? 6
11,
years.
12, like 6 years at this
Shit.
point.
It's still going strong.
I'm
Yeah.
a PC guy.
All right. Power to you. Respect. If you had to identify with like one of those, where are you falling?
PC for sure.
PC? Hell yeah.
Although I will never say no to PlayStation, Xbox. I just like it. It's just fun for me. I'm terrible, but
Yeah, it happens.
it really does require like coordination. Wow, I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I can maybe move chess pieces. I don't know if I can press the buttons at the correct time.
It's really something like it's something you hone over time because
For sure, yeah.
I obviously play PC, right? You put an Xbox controller or a PS5 controller in my hand, I'm legitimately like blind.
I know.
Like I don't know what I'm doing. It's actually foreign.
That's such a good way to put it. Like you're blind in the hands.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
I see what I'm holding. I know what the buttons do, but I'm over here like in COD or something on the Xbox playing hell even Fortnite, right? And I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there like it just feels so weird. I don't know. I'm hating. I'm hating hard. You need to get me off my hating era. But we're back on the hating era for the PS5 Pro, apparently. $700, no disc drive. How did they get away with that? You tell me. Riddle me this, Batman. Yeah, no, I didn't even... Why are they releasing a refresh? The PS5... Wasn't the PS5, like, crazy good already? Is there any rhyme or reason to this? Preaching to the choir, because I legitimately don't know.
More money, I guess.
More money. Sony, money printer go Burt, right?
True.
Following... Wait, can you scroll up a little bit? I want to read the subline. Oh, my... Oh, yeah, you have to pay for the vertical stand. How much is it, like $30, $50 or something?
Dude, you gotta pay for the vertical stand and the disc drive.
Do they even have a disc drive of the in the Pro?
No, it
It's
doesn't come with it. You have to buy your own. You have to buy it separately.
Like a USB.
Something like that, I believe. So.
Oh my
it's
God.
it's absurd.
I supported PlayStation throughout like the PS4 era, and then the PS5 dropped, and it's like, oh, we're pretty cool. New console, Gen 7.
We all know the jokes. No games.
Yeah. I can't tell you one game I'd actually want to play on PS5.
I still every single time I see a joke on that on Twitter, I just like retweet it every single time. It doesn't even matter what it is. I was like, I see.
You gotta let them know.
Notice how Blank doesn't have like games. I'm like, yep, like retweet instantly. Every single time.
That is, I'm hating. This is an abomination of a console. All right, was that too far? That's not too bad. Maybe it's not that bad. Like it's not gonna like. Okay, I'd hope it doesn't like burn down your house while it's running, but like.
Chat, he's hating.
I'm hating. I do that a lot. But okay, $700. You know what you should buy with $700?
A DGT board. Oh.
Should you actually buy a DGT board?
Absolutely.
How much are those?
600.
Oh, okay. So you have 100 to spare for like
really
fancy chess pieces.
Exactly.
It's like 2 switches right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're only like
Really?
300.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could upgrade your PC, or buy like a unused tower and just put like something nice in it. A little sleeper PC. But that's just, if you really wanted to be cheap about it. There's a lot. Bottom line is, there's a lot you could do with $700, and that is not a good way of using it. Personally.
Gambling?
Yes, because then you can turn it into 1,400.
I don't think we can advertise gambling.
We're not advertising. We're discussing the benefits of legally gambling.
How you can gain 10,000% of your money.
If you spend $700 on scratcher tickets, some of them will hit big, right? Think about this. It's a numbers game. Trust me.
700 on red. 700
on red, and then 700 on green. Oh my God! I should do that tonight. That's crazy. Oh man.
I think we just made plans for you.
Yeah. No.
Oh no.
Oh no. Boo-hoo! I have to spend all my money to throw it away gambling. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun.
Let's go gambling.
Yeah, let's go gambling. Gambling after this.
Oh, dang it.
All right,
God.
you're ruining my evening. Yeah. We got one more little tidbit of news for you. Speaking of gambling, the Flappy Bird creators are making a gamble, bang, to come back after its creator apparently let the trademark lapse and Vulture swept right in. So it's actually not the original Flappy Bird. Floppy, is it Floppy or Flappy?
Flappy. Flappy Bird.
Do you guys remember? It's okay. Maybe an old head thing. Actually,
Oh, of course.
Dude,
no. I'm not saying do you remember
Oh.
Flappy Bird. Obviously,
Everyone remembers
cultural
Flappy Bird.
cornerstone right there, right? Some guy had an iPod with the OG Flappy Bird on it, and he sold it on eBay for like $1,000 or $2. Do you remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what
That
you're
does
talking
ring a
about.
bell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think about that at least once a month. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird obsessions. This game was era defining, but
Yeah, I think I was like in 5th grade.
yeah,
Fifth
that was like 2010 or
grade,
something.
Something like that, yep. If I had a phone, I definitely would have downloaded it,
Yeah, why not?
I had a piece of history.
So simple.
So simple, but so complex.
Wow, a really profound statement, really. Flappy Bird. Everybody forgets it existed. It comes back, and here it is coming back. It's not even the same people. That's kind of what pisses me off. How do you have such a potent IP like Flappy Bird? Sure, you let it sit for 10 years, but like, how do you not even consider like renewing it?
Does that say Unhappy Bird?
It
Yeah.
does say Unhappy.
Oh my gosh.
I think he just he wanted to get away from it.
That's
'Cause
right.
He was very unhappy when he was happy at first, obviously, but then it got too popular, and it's like I feel bad.
I think I remember
Too many people got addicted to it or whatever, and he was like, I feel awful. I gotta take this off.
Yeah.
And honestly, like he just kept that 10-year. He just kept it on him to make sure no one got it, but just kind of forgot because he's just trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, lets
Here
it
we
go, and here we back to Flap Token or whatever.
Imagine
These
a
are
Flappy Bird
these.
crypto.
No, these were bought by crypto guys.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like Flappy Coin.
Oh
and
my
whatever
God.
this is.
Yeah.
Floppy Fish.
Yeah, Flap Token. It's yeah.
On Thursday, a group of alleged Floppy Bird fans, this guy really just hates me, Floppy Bird fans announced that they would revive the decade-dead global hit. While many were excited, an equal amount seemed skeptical. Wow, that's a hook, line, and sinker right there. Yeah, so basically, if you see Flappy Bird on the App Store, it's not the same. Like with many things nowadays, it's been corrupted by greed.
I mean, there were a lot of alternate versions of Flappy Bird when it was taken off of the App Store. So I'm wondering what makes maybe it's it's past that makes it relevant again after a sea of copies.
It's like going back. Okay, that's awful. That's actually an awful comparison, but I know what you mean. Like it's the OG. So there's a level of allure, a level of legendariness to it, right?
Yep.
So they're just trying to ride that coattails. I mean, power to them for getting their bread. I personally won't support it, but I'm just hating again. What's new?
What is new?
Nothing. Day in, day out, just keep hating. Wake up, I'm hating.
Wow.
It's a great
It's a
existence,
full-time
really.
job.
Type
No,
shit.
yeah, no, seriously, it's so much fun. I'm in the Discord just flaming people. This Rightly guy I hate so much. Yeah, you don't know it. Okay. Now he just comes in the CS Discord and just flames me,
Wow.
and then I have to give it back to him. He says Dust 2 is the best map, but I just don't see it. But with that being said, Mr. Producer, do we have any more news we want to go over? Is there anything else? All right, I think we're some closing thoughts. You guys, this is both your guys' first semester as a manager, correct?
Yeah.
How's it going so far? Let's end on that. Talk to me about what you've done so far, and I guess we did touch on longer term, but what does the rest of the semester hold aside from GameMason? You know what? Pick a number again. I gotta come up with a number, 1 through 10.
Okay.
All right, I'm cooking.
Let's do 1.
9.
3.
I was gonna say 3. No.
Go with your intuition. You gotta trust your gut sometimes. So Eric, I'll repeat the question. How's the semester been? What's cooking for the rest of the semester? How are you feeling as a new leader?
So the semester so far has been really nice and honestly treated me pretty well. 2 weeks ago we went. I took my best player and I down to JMU for a regional tournament called Duke It Out, and we had, I want to say, we had the best players from each of the other schools represented pretty well. So we had, I believe, Willie at second. Actually, was it you who yelled at me, or was it the other guy who yelled? I think
I wasn't there.
No, there was another guy saying that the night because the night before was BMS. So I went straight from BMS to JMU immediately.
Yeah.
I think it was Tyler. Tyler yelled
Yeah,
at
that
me.
would make
Tyler was
sense.
like, "How are you letting a Shenandoah player win BMS?" I was like, "You don't understand. That Shenandoah player is obnoxious to fight, and I'm like the only person in the venue who is like qualify to beat that guy consistently.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't get to fight him because I lost early.
So much lore.
So
Yeah.
so we went to JMU for a regional called Duke It Out. The Shendo's best player got second. I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
Third was a Diddy Kong player. Fourth was the best player from Virginia Tech named REA.
Okay.
Fifth was I was tied for fifth with the best player from UVA called OJ Wadler. Yeah, if you can see here, just like if you can do
I'm pulling
brackets
up
there,
the
or you could just do
start.gg.
standing. You could go to standing. Scroll down. Go to my name.
Yeah, right there.
Or you can show
number
the
five.
graphic. You can show the graphic I linked earlier in that Discord channel too. I make it a lot easier. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Top 5. GOAT.
So what we got? We have Squid Plumber, Willie. So Willie's the best player from Shenandoah.
Yeah.
REA's the best player from Virginia Tech. OJ Wilder's the best player from UVA. I'm the second best player from GMU, at least in terms of BMS rankings.
Yeah.
Chris is the best player from Liberty University, and Real Steel is the best player from JMU.
Wow, so it was
So
almost like a mini GameMason.
Exactly. We had heavy hitters, really just heavy hitters. Like we had people from VCU, ODU, one person from CNU. Basically every major school in Virginia you can name of, they had representation here. And in terms of GMU representation, it was me and Ripcord. Ripcord got 9th, losing to the best player from VT, REA, and OJ Wadler, the best player from UVA. And I got 5th, losing to REA and Generic.
Gotcha. Hey, making GMU proud. That's all we can ask for, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one you go to?
And then
that big number 1, that's going to be trial and error right there, right? I have faith.
And then last week we went to Riptide in
Sandusky,
Ohio. That was honestly a really fun time. I'm very glad that the people there, Gray, asked GMU, hey, we would love to have your school represented here at Sandusky, Ohio. And it was a 32-team pre-collegiate tournament. It was the biggest preseason tournament for collegiate esports of some kind.
Wow.
For Smash.
Yeah.
And we got 10th out of 32, upsetting Purdue University. And we got put on some graphic of some kind.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we got into gold bracket. We didn't make top cut, unfortunately. But besides that, we represented George Mason really well there. 3 of my 4 players made it out of pools. So I made it out of pools, Alternates made it out of pools, and Ripcord made it out of pools. All 3 of us placing 129th out of 900 something.
Holy, yeah.
So yeah, just overall just representing Mason and representing it well.
Nah, that's all we can ask for, really. And obviously you're having fun along the way, so no complaints there, right? Legitimately, I kind of forgot the question. I was just so involved in what you were saying. But
what are the short-term plans?
Yeah. So it's how has your time been? And, what's the rest of the semester looking like for you? Just a nice little bow tie for this entire podcast.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this, what Chess Club and GMU Esports is doing is something that I think is really great, because you're again collaborating, and one thing that I would like to do in the near future, or for the semester, right, is maybe to reach out to another school nearby, or in the area, see if they want to make some sort of event. And I mean, I think that kind of just keeps the chess spirit, up, and that's kind of, I think, would be really enriching, because we get to meet, other students, and see the culture of their chess club, see what's up there, how do they run things, or and then vice versa. So that would be something that would be really great. And then again, just making content, I guess, would be cool.
Yeah, growing your presence.
Growing presence. That is another goal for sure. Yeah, I mean, simple, but again, there's a lot of room for growth.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm honestly just I'm happy you guys are more on the stage. I'm looking forward to where you guys will go. I might not be around to see, all of it, but I'll be here at least another semester. So maybe I'll show up to a chess tournament or something. You guys are really selling me on this. But with that being said, I guess that's about time to shut down shop. Do you guys have anything you want to let the people know? Let me know. Say it to the people. You guys. Now's your 15 seconds of fame, right?
Go to Bring More Setups every Friday. Doors open at 4, single start at 7 for Ultimate. Not this Friday, not next Friday though, because that's GameMason.
Reach out. if you're interested in GameMason, chess club in general, we're always happy to see that interest. Just reach out. Just do it.
Yep. Don't stalk for a year.
Don't stalk for a year.
Very important. Very important.
Don't do that.
Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate your insight, and have a great GameMason. You'll probably see me lurking around. If you see me, say hi. I might come by and watch a little stream or something. We'll see what happens, right? But thank you again for coming on and your insight into your guys' games and your, I guess, personalities and your part of the organization, right? With that being said, I'm Grayson Driverwood. That was a wonderful episode, and we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. You guys have yourself a great Saturday. Great rest of the week. Go to GameMason, very important.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to GMU Esports for making this happen. Thank you to Lauren Lawn. Shout out, real one up there. And then we'll call that, yeah. So thank you, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.